Usyk. Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said this was going to be the fight of the century. It was the first undisputed heavyweight fight in, I don't know, 30 years. It's the first one since November 1999 with Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield. And it was a good fight, Jimmy. I don't know if it was fight of the century, but it was a good battle. And there were some good highlights. And man, he was just rocking Tyson. I didn't realize, I never actually seen Tyson Fury fight. I didn't realize how big he was.
Yes.
The guy looks like a Klitschko or one of those guys. He's just a massive human being. So one judge scored it 114 to 113. Another judge 114 to 113 for Usyk, and then the final judge 115 to 112. And with Fury with his first professional loss, Usyk with the split decision victory. But I want to read to you what Fury said after the fight and get your thoughts on this, Jimmy. Right. Fury said, "I believe I won the fight, but I'm not going to cry and make excuses." And he's about to cry and make excuses. I believe he won a few of the rounds, but I won the majority of them. What can you do? We both put on a good fight, the best we could do. People are siding with his country at war, but make no mistake, I won that fight, and I'll be back. We got a rematch clause. End quote. So, sounds like Tyson Fury thinks he got a little East German judge love.
He's ready. He's ready to lace him back up. He's ready to get back in there as soon as possible. It's his first loss. Can you imagine, right? Yeah. Your very first loss after you make this great big proclamation that it's the fight of the century, and then you get rocked in the ninth, and then you get up and talk about like you should have won. No, bro. We know how fights work. If you get knocked to the canvas and the other guy doesn't, more than likely he wins.
Now, Jimmy, I'm going to say something that will definitely be a take for clips coming up, which is this is why I don't like split decisions in these sports. It should be like playoff hockey or playoff, where you play until the game ends. Right? So you just
fighting. So what do you propose it be?
Yeah, round 13, round 14, round 15, round 22.
No. Look, these guys
will eventually run out of gas, and one of them will land a punch, and his butt will be on the floor, and we'll have a real winner. That's what we need. I want Fury to
this
fight.
Is why I love you, B. Yes. This is why I love you. That's awesome. I can see that. I could go for that. I would love to see that in a street ball.
No, it doesn't have to be a street ball. It can be a sanctioned fight.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's boxing. And guys, they have to protect the guys. Back in the day, they went 15 rounds. And then what? In the early 19th century or 1900s, they didn't even have rounds or a round count. Some of those rounds
need a round count. Just keep fighting. No, the round thing is okay. The 3-minute round to get stitched up and get a breather and get a little water. That's okay.
You're gonna have to have like an intermediate then, like
I'm just saying there shouldn't be an end.
10, right?
It's like baseball, bro.
It should just keep going. So after
baseball just keeps going until there's a winner.
You take a break or something.
That's break.
Have you ever? Well, I won't say have you ever. I'm just saying that's a lot. It's a lot to be in that ring. Your conditioning.
Yeah. Okay.
Like your skill might when guys start to lose their wind, they lose their technique. They start doing things they would normally do, and that might get them killed. They might get out there and just seriously get body snatched in the ring.
I'm not saying the rules should change. The ref can call the fight the minute it looks like a guy is incapable of continuing. He can still do that. I'm just saying we don't have these judges determining who won. Tyson Fury and Usyk should have just kept going. round 15, round 16, round 17. Eventually, they'll run out of gas and somebody will land a punch and put them on the ground. That's what we need. This is ridiculous. You can't have. I need to take over boxing. First of all, Jimmy, we would have real rankings. So number 1 would fight number 2, and you would move your way up. Number 2, we wouldn't cap it 9 rounds or 12 rounds. You would keep fighting until you couldn't get up anymore. That's it.
Well, okay. So what about the top 10, right? The top 10 fighters fight. 1 fights 10, 2 fights 9.
I don't know. They just keep fighting each other.
Right.
They fight like they do now.
But you kind of do a tournament that way.
When you're number 1, you have a top contender, and he fights number 1.
1 and 2 fight all the time. So if you stay 1, you just fight the second best fighter all the time.
They don't. There's always a top contender. So after this fight, there'll be a new top contender. That should be the one that fights Usyk.